Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tangledeep. I went to the casino, they really didn't have anything of value. I went back to Charms of the Spirit, or not Charms of the Spirit, but the Desert Oasis to unload our gear. Again, didn't really find anything of value, so I guess we're just pushing on. We'll keep checking back periodically. I went back and headed into the stone-hewn halls because, in case you've forgotten, we have a number of quests here, and I don't know that I really need the restorative items that badly, but I could use the gold from the one quest at the very least. One of these days, we're going to get something cool to spawn in one of these shops, and we're going to want to actually be able to buy it. I said nothing cool appeared in the Desert Oasis, but that's not entirely true. Actually, there was a pretty neat claw. But unfortunately, she was asking 30,000 gold for it, so not actually an option. Boy, enemies sure do hate my crystal. Even beyond the damage that Fortify is dealing to it, like it's just getting specifically targeted a lot. Oh, there was money there. My crystal was just standing on it and not picking it up for us. Can you imagine such a lazy, inanimate object? You know what, let's go ahead and shovel through the wall here. I'm curious, and we have a bunch of shovels. I thought about switching back to the Vale of Jeranex. And I even got it back out of the bank, and I was looking at it, and you know, regaining 3 energy every time you defeat a non-trivial enemy is not... I mean, it's something, you know? But the other stats on this thing are basically nothing. The Crest of the Drake does have 20 strength on it. And the physical resistance, I think it's just too good. So I think we're gonna... Probably, next time I go back to town, we're probably gonna rebank this thing. Just leave it for the next character. Okay, abandoned facility... I should probably not be running around at this little health. Carrot and some seeds. What is it, my birthday? Yes, let's go up here. Try to make sure that this thing fires its laser before I get anywhere near it. Alright, fortunately, we have a good solid extra damage attack here that costs stamina instead of energy. It's a problem that we had been having. Wow. They really don't like that crystal. I was going to turn on static field, but I think the crystal's just going to die. There's not really a lot of sense in doing that. We could fire a beam, but it's not actually any better. Like, my beam won't be able to hit anything, so it's not actually any better than just waiting to do it. What we can do... Oh, no, I don't quite have the range. Okay. So there is a Whirlwind Shadow Grasp Blinking Champion over here. I think I'm going to Divine Fury. Oh, I can't rotate it. I was trying to rotate it into an X shape, like you can with a lot of these attacks, but this one doesn't do that for some reason. Alright, I'm going to summon a new crystal. Here, I guess. Turn on static. And then we are going to crystal shift it over to here. Wow, I did a lot of damage with that. The static field fired off immediately. That was pretty good. Husin's a neat class. There's a lot of neat stuff in there. So I don't think it makes much sense for us to do anything other than just, like, mash on dudes, right? Smash this dude with a smite. Ow. Oh, I'm still recovering from my flask. So I have a couple of charges of wrath here. If I drop the wrath right here, it'll hit all 3 of them. Oh, it did not hit all 3 of them. It consumed both of my wrath charges, but it only hit 1 additional target. Huh. Weird. That is not how I expected that to work. Okay, so we're getting good blocks off here. Our static shield ended, so unfortunately this guy won't die automatically. kind of the thing I was going for. We can photon cannon. Nope, I'm out of energy. Well, I guess let's just finish that guy off. I'm standing in a fire now. I should probably remedy that. Hit the flask again. Guy's quite close to death. Okay, let's try to finish off the champion now. That was a lot of enemies. Trying not to stand in the whirlwind too much. Yeah, that was a lot of enemies, and honestly, we didn't have that much trouble dealing with them. Let's smite this dude. Finish him off. There we go. I was waiting for these enemies to walk a little closer. Never mind. Divine Fury costs energy. Everything cool costs energy. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out an energy solution for sure. But I don't think the Veil of Jeranex is the right way to go because of what we have to lose to equip it. Because our other options are too powerful. Alright, that could have been a lot harder. Eat a fruit bowl. Okay. So I am very much on the lookout for other thunder items, because if we can find 2 more items that do lightning damage, and there might be some in our bank as well, and then we find another high-level spear, we could just make ourselves a better lightning weapon. I have a lot of JP. So obviously I want to pick up more stuff, but we're already having trouble maintaining our resources, right? Although Heavy Guard's not a big deal, like stamina is not something we're running out of very much. But I'm wondering if maybe it would be better to save up job points and go do go get some masteries instead. It was recommended by Getter77 in the comments of the last episode, and I think he is right on about it. We need some power gains that don't cost us anything. How good is a partisan? Base power 216. Not better enough for me to want to save it and try to put thunder on it. I suppose I ought to have my crystal out, just in case we get in trouble. Rockbot is very upset at having to fight his own people here. Like, listen, you're a good robot, or Rockman, or whatever the heck you are. But not all robots are good. Sometimes they shoot meta rays at people that we don't like, which apparently is a crime that is punishable by death. I'm not going to say it's the fairest legal system ever. Electrified Toxic Shadow Grasp. Okay, so this thing is going to heal itself and dash away from us a bunch while just shooting garbage, terrible effects all over the place. That's a shame. I don't really want to have to deal with all that. Why don't we crystal shift you to here, through that guy. Alright, static field is still working out just fine. Look at the cowardice on this thing's part. Yeah, see, so they do that. They just jump away into the distance through walls and stuff. A very annoying effect. Wow, that was 346 damage. Not bad, considering we're not even really... We're not max level yet or anything. We're not doing as much damage as we were doing as the Brigand, but we're doing really good damage. That poor Crystal. Yeah, champion Guardian Seekers are super annoying. They just teleport away, and then they medikit, or they meta-ray a bunch, and then by the time they come back, by the time you find them again, they have full health. Need more stuns. This will stun him, but I think it'll also... Oh no, it doesn't... Okay. It doesn't put me past him at all. Smite him good. That didn't really smite him that good. It's kind of a mediocre smite, really. Come on. Just get him before he can teleport out. Okay. What an incredibly annoying enemy. Alright, so we've picked up some good plate armor. We have a heavy armor mastery thing with this class. So like I said, we might want to end up in heavy armor, and even just random garbage armor can be made good. There are a lot of options available for building the gear we want to have. Okay, this one's just a cheerleader. That's much less of a problem. I debated moving to the side there, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just fight him. Really good smash. My crystal, you monster! You see that? I spawned the new crystal, and it immediately got hit again. The enemies are just fixated on it. Alright, well, we're finding a lot of items, at least. It's all stuff that Ruby Moon will be so happy to see. Ugh. Ice Dagger's Shadow Grasp Harrier is very annoying. Well, I was hoping to be able to fight just his partner there. I'm going to use the crystal to intentionally block some ice shards here, and it's going to apparently draw all attacks. Oh, I see. Divine Bolt, I think... It kind of looked like it was hitting the same target multiple times, but maybe not. Let's see, I got one Divine Bolt shot, one Divine Bolt shot... No, okay. I thought what was happening was it was consuming our extra... You know what? Maybe it was. So the Divine Bolt did 86 damage to one of them and 343 to the other. So what happened was, it consumed all of our charges. It didn't pick new targets, but it fired more Divine Bolts. It's just some of them hit the same targets because there were only 2 targets. So what happened earlier was that it probably did fire 3 bolts. It just didn't fire one at each target in range. One of them got hit twice. Okay. That makes some sense. Alright, well, I'm like in kind of a lot of pain over here. Let's smite this guy. Just drop his attack power. I'm gonna probably have to eat some real food too. Do I have... Yeah, I have a bunch of ice cream sundaes. This'll make me a little safer than eating small food, and also hopefully give me the energy to keep doing stuff. The shield is nice. Ah, come on. Why won't he die? I'm gonna step out of the range of the ice dagger here. Okay, what do we got here? Teleportation, Shadow Protection. Those are both pretty good scrolls. Alright, so we keep finding glow torches. I do want to talk about this real quick. Glow torches give plus 10% fire and lightning damage. Basically all of our damage is fire and lightning. So a really good glowtorch, like a glowtorch of might, could potentially be worth using. We haven't found one that's worth using, but it's not impossible. Alright, let's eat something small. Just to top off here. I gotta say, this floor has been... this dungeon, in general, has been tough. Okay, I'm just gonna crystal shift to the other side of this guy. I'm gonna not get our crystal murdered immediately for a change. Man. That confuse on block effect is ridiculous. What a very, very good ability. Where the heck is... The stairs are this way, okay. There's stuff... There is. There's stuff that I failed to destroy. Oh yeah, there's a little orb hiding behind here. I'm glad I saw that on the map. I never would have noticed it. Okay, that was pretty good. A little bit of time has passed. We got a day update. Let's go ahead and go back. Alright, and we got some grain shade seeds in there. Were they yellow quality, or was that just... Sometimes the text in the text box is weird colors for no reason. It looks like those are the only seeds I have, so no, they are not yellow quality. I would have planted a yellow quality grain shade. Now, all the seeds I have are really, really basic. What was my rumor? Huh. Are we on 12? Okay, we're on 12, so I just haven't actually made any progress yet, so none of the quests are completed. Alright, let's talk to this guy. So, what do we have access to here? Spear Mastery. I could have sworn... well, let's see what Spear Mastery is. Use it to attack a nearby enemy and move it somewhere else. That's not that exciting. The passive that follows might be cool. This is also very good. We'd have to pull one of our support skills for it, though. So what would it be? Two-finger catch we're keeping. I guess Fat Chance? Maybe Fat Chance could go out for now and could come back later. Also, Auto Barrier is not... It's not that important. Maybe it's even Auto Barrier, honestly. It's just the first hit of each combat gets blocked, although... I mean, you know, anything that reduces your incoming damage is good. What's our block chance right now? 25%, so a quarter of the time it would have been blocked anyway. Yeah, Shield Mastery does seem pretty good. Yep, that's it. The other thing I like about taking Shield Mastery is that it does... Yeah, I'm gonna do this for now. Well, we may re-enable Fat Chance as the dungeon gets more difficult. It does get us closer to Class Mastery, and thus allowing us to see what a good upgraded class emblem looks like, which is something I would like to check out. I think... You want to take Heavy Guard as well. So blocking an attack empowers your next Smite, Evil, or Divine Fury. That's an interesting use case for keeping Auto Barrier up, huh? So I'm going to turn Heavy Guard on. I eat 7 stamina every time I block. Let's see if we can just leave this on. Like, how bad it's going to be. How expensive it's going to be in terms of stamina to just keep it running. Oh, you know what? Auto Barrier in conjunction with the Confuse from the Loot Shield is also really powerful. We probably do want to keep Auto Barrier. Oh, the other reason I wanted to go back to town because time passed was I wanted to see if the casino had generated new items yet. kind of completely forgot. So yeah, it is expensive, but we get enemies dropping stamina potion or dropping stamina pickups, which is more likely when you're fighting them with melee weapons. I think it looks like it should be fairly sustainable. So like if I Divine Fury this guy right now, he'll get hit 5 times. Yeah, okay. We do in fact understand how that ability works now. Seems pretty good. That poor Crystal. Step out of the bombs. Hey, look! I even managed to get my crystal out of the bombs. Righteous Charge. Okay, so the Righteous Charge pushes the enemy back and puts me in its square. That's good to know. This is something I wanted. I wanted my map. Alright, let's keep exploring. We have a lot of JP to make up here. Like, we're going to need more job points basically forever. So we probably ought to go ahead and be thorough with these floors. Yeah, the last character, I feel like we ran out of stuff to do with our job points quite early. I don't know that that's going to be an issue for this character at all. Let's charge this guy. Smite him good. Yep, pretty good. This is a pretty good character. I'm liking the stuff we have going on here. Up running. Just gonna die tired. Wow. The air damage is alright. And we have a lot of bonus strength from our equipment, which I'm sure factors into that heavily. Why don't we try to get adjacent to something here? So he's an electrified cheerleader. I mean, as soon as I use that thing... Okay. There, static field. Now, we have 4 Wrath. I'm about to get hit by something. Alright, I think we want to kill this guy first because of the cheerleader. So let's just really hammer him with that. Wow, that was a lot of damage. I got 2 Wrath back immediately from blocking stuff. Let's smite him. Jeez, man. This is a good build. We are going places. I was not really thinking about the fact that these two classes have so much lightning damage when we were kind of constructing the idea for the spec, but man, the synergy is extremely good. I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm sure we'll be back through here, given the way that things have been going this run. Doing a lot more like backtracking and doubling through areas. Ooh, I am out-leveling this a little bit. The enemies are below average and worthless and stuff. Not afraid of fire? Apparently. He poisoned my crystal. How does that even work? Okay, put this in a place where it's a little bit safer. I do want to come down here because it looks like the area around the... Yeah. Wow, it just like ran in there to its doom. This loot shield is maybe a little too good, honestly. Alright, so do we feel like... Yeah, I feel like I have explored this whole level. Yeah, so like we've inherited a lot of powerful gear from previous characters. We sort of accidentally optimized to use some of it, I think. Again, with the lightning thing. Yeah, it looks like because I'm using so little energy and stamina while fighting, well, so little stamina while fighting, it is viable for us to just keep heavy block up all the time. Hi, Cyrus. Oh, it's the experimental potion guy. Yeah, sure. Say no more. Give it here. I love potions. I'm attractive. Don't gotta tell me twice. Okay, there it is. I was gonna say, I thought I remembered that having a duration. I probably should have slept first. Whatever, it's fine. Right, and we're never gonna see this fountain again, so we may as well take it, even though we only get one charge out of it here. Alright, so enemies are more aggressive, my defenses are up, and honestly I'm a pretty alright fighter as it is. So what was my rumor on this floor? Okay. Ah, yes, kill that guy who's crazy. Twice. You probably only have to kill him once, but he's crazy twice. I don't know, he's so crazy maybe you will have to kill him twice. Yeah, nice of you to join us. Thanks. Thanks for the help. The bomb shop is rarely very exciting. I mean, that said, these are the good ones, the 200 damage ones. So you can see there's, ooh, the shock brew. Shock brew is the one I want. Yeah, sure, we're just going to pick up a bunch of throwables. I don't remember to use my throwables very often, but the fact that I'm probably not going to use them well doesn't mean we shouldn't have them. We should play like I might do a good job. Let's create the possibility of me doing a good job, and we'll see if we can maybe actually get there. Do I want to take any more of those? Like, we're doing pretty well now, but... Oh, okay, this is going to be interesting. So... Hurricane, Ice Dagger's toxic. This guy's going to do more damage than the Wraith is, but we're probably going to have to kill the Wraith due to the, you know, the thing that Wraiths do. Would you please get the hell over here? We're about to be an emergency situation. Alright, so I'm going to Righteous Charge this thing, push it back so that we get out of the fire. I'm going to Crystal Shift you over to here. Okay. He can stand in the fire. He's fine. At some point, this thing is going to hit us with that you can only damage the Wraith ability, and I think we ought to, because of that, we ought to just focus on it first. I'm actually not taking very much damage here. Possible that our defensive gear is just too good. Okay. I accidentally killed that guy, or my pet killed him, rather. It really feels to me like there's no reason to take anything other than strength and discipline. And honestly, I'm going to go strength. I feel like our discipline's in a really good place. That was not nearly as difficult as I was thinking it might be. You saw me hesitate there for a long time as that fight started, because I assumed things were going to be harder than they were. Can I reach him? No, Righteous Charge actually has a very short range. Caught him with that two-finger catch there. You know, I'm not really paying a lot of attention to two-finger catch. It's not always super obvious when it happens, but I bet that is somewhat responsible for how well we're doing. Yep, 0 damage. It's kind of what I thought. Sorry, it's nice that our pet mostly does different damage than we do. A different type of damage. But even in situations like that where I am locked out by the thunder immunity, he's still on top of it. Look at all this running. Coward. Yeah, Shield Mastery is pretty good. This is working out well. Alright, next ability... Restore health each time you block at the cost of 12 energy. I kind of feel like we can't really afford to keep this up. Let's pick up some other stuff. Armor training is cool. We may end up not using it. We just, like, our passive slots are so oversold. Shield Slam is a good emergency ability. Stun one enemy, get a bunch of extra defensive stuff. And that's kind of an emergency thing, so I'm fine with that being on the second bar. We are going to run out of bar space. I'm probably going to pull the Floriconda from the bar. Like, we just don't... We're not using it. And maybe I should be, but... I don't know that I want to spend to summon it. I don't even have the energy to always have my crystal out. Oh no, we're not selling anything to you, sorry. We will check out... Do you have anything really cool? The Blight of the Shadow Wolf. That's neat. What's this? Basic attack damage reduced by 75%, but inflicts Shadow Blight on hit. 180% shadow damage over 9 turns. I'm assuming that that's 180% of weapon damage, not of spirit power. And then plus 25%. Man, this is a cool weapon. I don't know that I want to spend 10,000 gold on it, because we're saving for potentially stuff for this character. But that's cool. That's a cool weapon. I'm telling you, at some point, we're going to see an item in one of the shops that we actually care about. Also, we do need to use a lot of gold, potentially, to apply orbs to our weapons. The specific orbs cost job points, but the normal orbs of reverie just require you to spend gold, so... Well, it feels like I've been fairly thorough here. Yeah, that's not actually a passage, map. Oh, there's something. Over by the stairs into the level. Okay. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is... We're going to try to finish Paladin, and then get Job Mastery, and then we'll talk about Weapon Mastery. I think the Wraith used his You Can't Attack Anybody Else thing on the Crystal. It's maybe not a great way to spend that ability. Okay, so we got some conjured toads. That's annoying. Let's crystal shift you over to here. I was hoping it would... I had to crystal shift it to here to hit the actual boss. We got a lot of Wrath, so I'm going to cast this like this, so it only hits the boss. Yeah, wow, that's powerful. Even though we have no spirit power, Static Field is still doing fine work. I guess Static Field is an argument for me picking up a little bit of Spirit or Discipline once in a while. I could be getting some extra scaling. Oh, I'm not using my Thunder Spear. Just gonna wait for these to fade. Alright, I have a feeling that we're going to be able to complete Tangledeep here. You know, get to the end of this run. Then we'll try New Game Plus with this character and see if we can't do a slightly better job. I was kind of hoping he would come forward. Now, of course, he comes forward in such a way that I am not... I'm barriered off. Well... Can I rocket charge? Yeah, I can rocket charge through. Let's get him over here into this room where we can maneuver around him at least a little bit. Or maybe he'll just fight the pet and lose, I imagine. Yep, okay, that's what's gonna happen. He changed which side his barrier's on. Fool. He didn't realize he would actually probably much rather fight the terrifying rock monster robot than me. Oh, it looks like there might be stuff down to the south there as well. Oh, Beast Lake Park. That is something that I would like to check out. That sounds pretty okay. So let's get a smite in here. Pretty sure we can just blow this guy up with Divine Fury. Yeah, letting our Wrath stack to 5 charges and then dropping Divine Fury feels very overpowered. It's a very good ability. Alright, what's the deal with this place again? There's a particular monster I've been looking to add to my ranch. A bandit. Ah, that's right. This is how you get the ability to knock out monsters at a higher percentage with the monster mallet. You know, that actually might be a thing that's worth doing, especially if we're going to try to get some New Game Plus monsters. So why don't we do that? Why don't we, do I have I don't think I have a monster mallet. Can I buy one from you? Yes. Also, Heavy Mystery Egg. I love Heavy Mystery Egg. Guess we'll go ahead and buy those two. Why not? Why not buy it all? I'm pretty sure we don't need rose petals. We have quite a few in the bank yet. Okay, so if I find a bandit around here somewhere, which shouldn't be too hard to do, I think we can go downstairs with a captured monster. Ah, this one's a boss, though. Hey, don't run away from me. How much damage am I taking from this? 36. Okay, that's maybe not worth moving out of. I'm gonna crystal shift to here. And then we're just gonna photon cannon all of those guys, get rid of them. Okay, we should probably go back to town. I'm not going to try to capture that bandit because he's standing in lava. Let's go back to town, check some stuff out. I don't think I'm going to kill this guy before we teleport home. No! He'll be at full health when we go back in. Alright, first things first. New rumors. A Savage River Spirit. Yep, there's job points in that reward, so I'm taking it. In the Elemental Lair in the Ancient Ruins. Okay. Also, find the Magma Chamber. And discover Off the Beaten Path. Okay. All of that stuff is extremely doable. Yeah, I will buy chicken dinners every single time they are available. I'm not seeing any high-level spears. I'm not seeing anything else of real value here. Oh, a butler spell. I guess I don't actually need to be using a spear. We mentioned this before, but there's no particular value in using a spear except that I have a convenient one. Do I have a better lightning weapon? No. Okay, so we're sticking with this because it's our lightning weapon. But I actually would be willing to swap to a different weapon type if I found another lightning weapon. Okay. Now, while we're here, we're gonna just go over to the quick travel thing. Casino has been restocked, as have the Charms of the Spirit. Let's just real quick do our rounds. So, what's cool in the casino? Nothing, really. This is very disappointing gear. That bow has a nice high base damage. Like, I kind of don't want to buy any mint super brews because of how expensive they are and, like, the possibility of wanting to save my tokens for a really cool purple or green. But we're having pretty bad luck with the gear so far. Okay, let's also check Charms of the Spirit. since it was restocked. Do we already have one of these? Oh, you know what? I might have died with our cat ear hairband on. Well, you know what? It's a pretty good item and it's cheap. So let's... Also, teleportation scroll, without question. Oh, I guess I'm just teleporting out. Back to town. Did not need to walk across the lava again. Where else? Oh, right. We should go back to the desert oasis and sell off all of our garbage gear. Alright, what do we see here? A swirly pop. Wow. That's a lot of health. Yeah, for 240 gold, absolutely I will take that. That too, heavy mystery egg, sure. This is a 12,000 gold accessory. Melee attacks and physical skills used at melee range deal 20% extra damage. Okay, I can see why that's expensive. Let's see here. I'm not seeing anything else that is a fun color. No big spears, nothing does thunder damage. Spear of Gloom. Okay, it's just add shadow damage. Oh wait, of Sparks. So this is not the same as of Thunder. Well, that's awkward. You know what? Skip it. If we end up just using this spear forever, I honestly don't think that's such a bad deal. We'll go inside it. Obviously, we'll buff it up. Oh, wow, I paid a lot for that heavy mystery egg. It's probably worth it. Heavy mystery eggs are really good, but I might have not bought it if I had realized how expensive it was. I assumed it would just be the same price as the other mystery eggs that we have acquired. All right, so our current rumors. Let's go back to the stone-hewn halls, right? That's where we were. Yeah. Let's go back to the stone-hewn halls. Try to get her bandit. And I don't think I've ever had anywhere near this much money on a character before. Alright, still getting that excellent crystal bleed. Yeah, you know, our weapons are fine. We don't necessarily need better stuff. Not that I wouldn't like better stuff. But we will be okay if we don't get it. Wow, I charged a little further than I was expecting there. Really, you couldn't meta ray while the crystal was still alive? I do not love being adjacent to those things. I would be okay if we never saw another lightning spirit. That would be just fine with me. And where'd all the bandits go? I feel like I was being... Here we go. Here's one. Stop running, you coward. I'm a little worried. Okay, I'm gonna enable static field. Shoot. Do not use your abilities. Okay, he's not quite dead. I'm not sure if telling the pet not to use its abilities actually helped. The monster mallet killed it. Does the monster mallet do a very small amount of damage? Well, you're allowed to use your abilities again. I was not expecting it to die there. We don't even have room for this stuff on our bars anymore. Now let's pull this. I'm not using Tornado Stance either, but I probably should be, or at least I should be ready to. Need to have our toggles on our bar to use them. Gravity Surge is not doing anything at all. Although, actually, there are situations where I should be using this, because it can help stop ranged monsters from just running away from me. I'm definitely using all this stuff. We have too many abilities, man. I'm pretty sure I do want Radiant Aura on my bar. I don't know that we'll use it very much, but I want to have access at least. Maybe we should go back downstairs and just wander around for a while until we find a bandit down there. I'm a little worried about taking a bandit through the staircase. I'm not sure if it will actually follow me through the transition. Alright, you're a bandit, right? Yeah. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to walk through the next floor. We're going to run into a thing that has respawned, and it's going to kill my bandit. We're just going to use the fast travel to go where we're going. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have the better knockout ability with this character now, which I like a lot. Like I said, it will probably be helpful in capturing monsters in New Game Plus, which I have apparently I just assume we're going to get to now. Listen, everybody, I don't want to overstate things, but what I am telling you is that there is literally no chance of failure. Just shoot acid at a stranger. That bandit didn't even know if I was, like... What if I was friendly? What if I was another bandit? The Duke just, like, hired a new lady. Outfitted her with some new armor. I'm testing the new gear. How's he gonna feel about the fact that you melted her, huh? You gotta think before you act, man. I would encourage caution in pretty much any situation where you're using acid for anything, but especially if you are using it to kill people. Should probably just get adjacent to this guy. Alright. The magma pit was on this floor, right? Yeah, like with chamber. Well, there are a couple of little areas, like right here, that I hadn't filled in on the map yet, so... Okay, we could try to get some cool armor out of this, maybe? I don't remember. I think heavy armor is one of the things he can make for you. Ow. I said ow because I got crit. I didn't realize that it did 18 damage. That's less that's less of an ow situation than I was thinking. This guy looks really annoying. I'm just gonna... Let's just let him have it immediately. I do not want to stand here and fight him for very long. He is shadow and lightning resistant. Well. Let's back up. Let's let the pet get in on it. We should fight him together. Hit him a couple of times and I was like, wait a second, why isn't his health already down at 10%? Why aren't my incredible weapons and skills having their usual effect? It turns out reading is really important. I should probably just be picking up the fountains as we pass them, even if I don't need the extra, even if we're only going to get one charge out of them. Because what are the odds I'm going to want to come back to this dungeon? What are the odds I'm going to remember to come back to this particular side dungeon? I think probably very little. That said, I think it's probably worth exploring, like, let's get everything here so that I don't have to think about coming back. And also because, again, I desperately need every job point that is available to me. Yeah, we're not gonna hold off on the fountains here. Pretty sure... Well, I'm just walking over lava now. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure there's a big area over here I haven't yet been to. And another lightning-resistant guy. So he's lightning and fire-resistant, which means we don't really have any options except just smashing him. Well, this might be a good opportunity for Shield Slam. Yes. I was waiting until we generated a little bit of Wrath so that I could get a really good defensive boost from it, but honestly, didn't look like it was necessary at all. Walking on lava is not that big of a deal, I guess, if we're at 25 or more shield charges, or flash charges, because we're going to want to just pick up every fountain we see anyway. So using the occasional charge to refill our health probably actually isn't costing us anything. Hold on, I'm going to come back to that in a second, because... yeah, we could actually go to full and end up with the same number of charges. Okay. I mean, we are kind of still tearing through it. You know what? Maybe we are fine to take a couple more of these. Lucid Orb Frog Slaying. Great. I hate it when my weapons don't do enough damage to frogs, specifically. I mean, think of how annoying it is when the gold frog jumps away from you. Suffer that problem no longer. And I was really hoping for a little bit more loot over here. How many lava steps do I want to take to get something that's probably like a white dagger or something? I think we can probably just head to the next floor now. If I can remember where that is. This floor, I believe we actually can wipe out the monsters. I'm not sure if we could have on the last one, because it seemed like we were seeing a little bit of respawning. But this floor is the one that counts as a side area, anyway. Alright, let's turn this on. We're going to get a lot of enemies running up to us here. A lot of the same enemy running up to us. And I'm trying to generate some... I was hoping to get a block so that I could get the Empower on our Smite before using the Smite to generate Wrath. This does lightning damage, not fire damage, right? Oh, it turns out he's shadow and lightning resistant in addition to being made of fire. Once again, reading. Reading is the real overpowered strat. Unfortunately, I keep forgetting to apply it. Should we switch back to our weapon as well? Alright, where the heck is this stuff? Got enough job points to pick up Blessed Hammer. Blessed Hammer should be on our bar. But where? You know, I'm not using a lot of the stuff on the second bar. I guess let's pull Gravity Surge. I have mobility options, I have ranged attacks, I'm not using it. We have that orb for it, and maybe once we use the orb, we'll reconsider. I love the fact that Rockbot he really wants to be in the lava. He just loves the stuff. Wants to dive in there and just roll around, get it all over his face. He's like a dog in a big mud puddle. Wait a second, there's a part of me that's not filthy yet. We gotta fix this. Oh, we can be pretty aggressive with our healing charges here. Okay, we found all of the enemies. I will grab that fountain before we leave the floor, but I don't need to get it right now. Okay, here we go. Here's the stuff I was looking for. We can still finish the floor and get some bonus job points, though, which I would really like to do. Well, that put me in lava. Huh. Yeah, you know what? I'm probably pushing it. That might have been impulsive. That one might have been too much. Huh. Maybe I did clear the place out. I would have thought we'd get a notification, though. There's an area down here, but it doesn't look to me like we'll actually be able to get inside there. It looks like it's just solid rock. Yeah. Okay. Just solid rock. I don't know. Weird. I guess we're not good down here. Maybe you do have to clear both floors of it for it to count and give you the extra job points? Alright, okay. I have a really good shield. Yeah, give me some armor. Of Gluttony. What is the of Gluttony? Food is more effective. Yeah, you know what? That does sound good. So 18% physical resist, 13% elemental resist. Minus 4 damage from physical. It doesn't have the dodge. It doesn't have the 150 health. It doesn't have all this bandit stuff. But it also doesn't have all of its suffixes yet. We'll hold on to this. This will be our potential armor for if we decide we do want to switch to heavy armor. I'm not sure that we have the passive slot to really take advantage of it, so I might not. We'll see. Where was I seeing that there were still monsters? Down there. I thought with these multi-floor areas it was just that you had to clear the highest floor. Doing a really good job of shooting myself into lava today. Okay. He's explosive in addition to the fact that he usually already explodes. You know what? We'll just... There. Yeah, that was a lot of damage. We get a... I do not remember if we got job points for clearing this place last time we were here. Maybe it's just not one of those. Right into the minecart. Even beyond the lava, that's got to be kind of painful. Alright, what are we doing next? Well, let's finish up this floor. Let's go check the corner over here. And then, honestly, I'm not even sure. We might go back to the fork and go up the other side, or we might just go straight up and come back down. I'm just thinking that we may not need more levels. We might be okay on levels already. Okay, make sure I finish that thing off. Lock the Silent, a tricky shadow lightning immune enemy. Okay, well, that's a little bit awkward. We do a lot of lightning damage. I'm taking kind of a lot of damage here. There's too many effects happening. Okay, let's just back up a little bit. Try to figure this out. So we got a block off there. I'm gonna eat... It doesn't have to be great. I kind of wish I had another fruit bowl. Like, that's about the right size. Let's just eat some bananas. I just want to get some regen going on my stamina and energy. So you are not immune to physical, which is good, because I have very few options left if you were. Shield bash you. You know what? I'm just gonna stand in the acid attack. Oof. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. And I'm full. I'm going to excuse myself. Get some time for my stuff to tick up. Honestly, my pet might be more successful in fighting this thing, due to the fact that he's made of rock, and thus does not take damage from almost any of its attacks. Yeah, he's actually killing it by himself. I'm gonna go hunt this bandit down. That's an interesting looking shield. What is this? Not just a knight's shield, it's just a type of shield. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to camp. Huh. Okay, so that massive shield we had before with the 25% block chance did totally have the 10% from it being massive already calculated in. So this shield is almost as good as the base loot shield, the block chance and everything, and then without all of the effects, obviously. Let's see, what do you got here? I do like samurai armor. It might be worth picking up some samurai armor. I don't think that toxicity is a great trait. In this case, it's a lot better for ranged characters, I think. But I do like samurai armor a lot. It might be worth picking up some samurai armor for the purpose of improving it. It has a lot less defense on it, though. We do have some Mirror Plate already. Mirror Plate has a chance to reflect magic. If we were going to go heavy armor, I think I might want Mirror Plate over even the quest reward plate that we just got. I'm not sure. You know what? I have some time to think about it, though, because I just looked at the clock and realized what time it is. So that is going to have to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. We're making some very fast progress, at least when we focus on it. So, honestly, we might not be too far from seeing the boss again, and I have a very good feeling about how that's going to go. And we'll see you then.